We'll just start out. I'll get it started. What's a fun fact about you, maybe away from football, that people don't know?
I was actually in the band in high school. I played snare. Well, in 8th grade, I got moved up to play starting snare for our marching band. So, and I played the drums for my church. So yeah, I feel like nobody really knows about that. So yeah.
Is that just for fun, or do you think maybe the
No,
rhythm carries over? Or?
I took it pretty serious. I can still play. Yeah, it went. Yeah, I still got that talent. So yeah, I definitely took that serious at that time. Then I started realizing that I can take sports somewhere. Then that's when I started backing away from playing the drums. But I still keep the talent up a little bit.
UNC bands need someone to fill in for practice or something.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So when was that around when you kind of decided you could kind of take sports to another level? Obviously, you still like music, but when was that where it was like, okay, like football's something I can do too?
I say when it really kicked in was 10th grade year, but I realized that I want to play sports in 9th grade. Well, since I was young, I'll say since I was young, because I started with baseball. I played baseball my whole life. Then I started baseball at 4. Then football came into part 7, because your moms don't want you to play football right off the bat. You're gonna get hurt. So yeah, I started with baseball. Then I just progressively got better. And I was like, oh yeah, I can do something. So another fun fact, I'm gonna go back to your question, is the way I started. Well, everybody have a down moment before you can go up. So my 10th grade year, I was like, Coach. Well, I didn't ask him. I was in my mind. I was like, why is I'm not on varsity yet? In my mind, I didn't tell Coach that. So I got my opportunity. I know I dominated JV. I was like, dang, what I'm doing that they doing that I haven't did yet to be on varsity. So I got my first snap. It was bad. I got my first snap, came off the ball. I got bullied. I ain't gonna lie, I got bullied. And after that snap, I was like, I gotta change something, because that's not gonna happen again. And that's when 11th grade and 12th grade, and that's when everything started popping off for me and got stronger, faster, and everything. So I think that moment really set the tone for me to have that mindset that won't happen again and keep going up.
Yeah. You said you got bullied on that.
Yeah, the offensive lineman, I came off, I was on JV 10th grade, then I got my chance for that one varsity snap. It was on the 5-yard line playing north side. I remember time and everything. I came off the ball, he hit me right in my chest. I was like, oh man. He put me on the ground. I was like, yeah, this is not finna happen again. So,
was he just a run-of-the-mill regular offensive lineman, or was he someone that
he was actually a recruited offensive lineman. I can't remember his name.
So that's you have a little bit more of an excuse. It was a good player.
Nah, I ain't gonna make that excuse. Yeah. So that was my first varsity snap, and I still remember that to this day.
How often do you think about it?
How often do I think about it? Pretty much at least once a week, to be honest, because that really changed my life. I'm not gonna cap, because if I feel like that moment, that's when I started in the weight room by every day, speed, hamstring, start asking coach how to break down the film, start seeing the field different, and just start looking at formations to help me be a better player on the field, and start taking my academics more serious, where I can be able to get recruited.
Have you thought about that more transitioning to here, because you're going to have another moment going up against some big-time dude as you're moving up, just like you did in that moment in high school?
Yes, sir. I thought about it, but I'm not trying to think about it too much where it actually happens more than it needs to happen. So it's going to happen. Definitely a welcome to college moment. But like I said, that moment, I feel like it's still going to help me progress to get better in what I need to change from high school to college and what I need to change.
So it's definitely different. Just go find Trevion Green, say, let's get it over with now, man.
Yeah, that's my plan. I got to be the best, you got to go against the best. So, yeah.
What have your conversations been like with Ted Monteith? I mean, obviously, second year in the program, but new role for this coming season.
I love Coach Ted. Our conversation been great. We just been talking about everything on the field and how important off the field is with your body and the recovery. So yeah, I see Coach Ted give him a good, nice, big bear hug, and we got a good relationship. I like Coach Ted. Yes, sir.
What's it like, reporting to a guy that has so much NFL success and NFL experience? Obviously, that's the ultimate goal for you guys.
Yeah, so actually my high school coach, Coach Jeff Hunter, he played in the league 10 years, and that was my defensive line coach in high school. So I definitely had some experience in high school too, but with Coach Ted, they both kind of similar, high energy. They'll yell at you at the same time, but they can be your brother and let you know what you're doing wrong and doing right. So it basically the same. Yeah, very good guys, very good guys.
So of course, you just got up here recently.
Mm-hmm.
So far in this early stage, what can you tell that's kind of a little bit different at the college level versus at the high school level?
Yeah, what I kind of tell different. The transition was a big thing. It was very smooth. I thought it was gonna be like, oh my gosh, like I'm going to college, but no, it was very smooth, very welcoming atmosphere. Everything was good. It's definitely a difference between high school ball and college ball because I'm just watching film and get some of the plays down, but it's definitely different. So I think the transition on the field and the academics part will be different too.
What allowed as well? What allowed North Carolina to stand out a little bit as opposed to some other schools that were looking at you that you were looking at as well? What allowed North Carolina to really set itself apart?
I say, like I said in that last question, I say the atmosphere. The atmosphere was amazing. All the welcomes, and all the big smiles, the hugs from the players when I came on my visit. And I think one important quote from Coach Brown, he was like, he knew I played like baseball too, and he was like, if you get hurt, anything you do in high school, if you get hurt, you can still come here and coach. So I think that was a big thing because like if you get hurt in high school, some people just stop talking to you and don't want you no more and say they can't produce. So that was a big statement that he said to me that really stuck in my mind and was able to make my decision to come here.
Yeah. Who are some of the guys that you've been, I don't know, just getting close with, chatting with in terms of older guys on the team?
I'll say he's not really older, but he came here. He's a mid-term. It's Daniel Anderson, and I'll say an older guy would be KJ Hester. Some of the D linemen. Daniel is the freshman, but he came in January, so he knows a little more experience about spring ball. So I've been talking to him about that, and KJ been here for a minute. So yeah, them the two really. And Dez too. I was trying to get in contact with Dez. Yeah, them the three older guys I've been talking to.
What kind of stuff they told you? Because they had interesting paths from when they got here to where they are now as well.
We haven't really talked about stuff like that. I've been trying to just get like mental wise about like how the difference between high school and college and like plays wise to get down because we got to install this afternoon. So that's what we've really been talking about the film and how the academics part is going to play into it and how big is time management basically. Yeah, that's most of our conversation been like.
We good?
We good?
Good.
So,
Yes, sir.
All right.
Thank you.